Call to order, Town of Prescott Valley, regular town council meeting, April 11th, 2024. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Leyva,
Here.
Councilmember Greer,
Here.
Councilmember Dickinson,
Here.
Councilmember Hepperly,
Here.
Councilmember Schumacher,
Present.
Vice Mayor Hunt,
Here.
Mayor Polguda.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thanks, ma'am. I'd like to welcome down Pastor Ben Palmer with the Heights for our invocation and to lead us in the pledge. Welcome, sir. Nicely done. Next up, proclamations. The first one is Stand With Me, Be Drug Free.
Whereas Matt Force has proclaimed April 15th through the 20th to be Stand With Me, Be Drug Free Week. And whereas the town of Prescott Valley embraces a vision of a healthy, vibrant, and strong community for children, youth, families, and people of all ages, and celebrates the fact that a majority of people do not abuse drugs and alcohol. Whereas the town of Prescott Valley recognizes that youth prevention is essentially based on the fact that 9 of 10 people who struggle with substance use disorders began using substances as teenagers. Whereas knowing that families are adversely affected by illegal drug use, including work problems, legal problems, mental health problems, physical illness, addiction, accidents, accidental death, economic loss, child abuse, destruction of families, driving while impaired, and crimes against persons and property. Whereas the town of Prescott Valley would like to commend and pay tribute to all of its citizens who choose to be free of illegal drug use. And now, therefore, I, Mayor Polguda of the town of Prescott Valley, do hereby proclaim April 15th through the 20th to be Stand With Me, Be Drug Free Week, and encourage everyone to participate in the celebration of a drug-free, healthy community by participating in the planned events, activities, and displays. Thank you.
Can you hear me? All right. Thank you. Thank you all for participating with us and for acknowledging this really amazing, important event. We started this as a positive messaging campaign several years ago, just to sort of flip the message around and acknowledge the fact that the majority of us don't use or abuse illegal drugs. And so thank you for celebrating with us. And we encourage everybody to attend our Family Fun Walk at Mortimer Farms on Saturday, April 20th at 10 a.m. Everything's free and it's great for families. So we encourage everybody to attend. Thank you.
Next proclamation is Arbor Day.
Whereas in 1872, the Nebraska Board of Agriculture established a special day to be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heating and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our town increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now therefore, I, Kapil Gura, Mayor of the town of Prescott Valley, Arizona, do hereby proclaim April 26th as Arbor Day in the town of Prescott Valley, and I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. Thank you.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, thank you so much for the proclamation and observing Arbor Day with us. It will take place the 26th of this month at Santa Fe Station Park. Arbor Day is fantastic because, as we all know, trees are a life-giving substance for humans, but additionally, they provide us shade, they stabilize soil, and honestly, they beautify a community. We're very proud to be a Tree City USA community again this year, and we'll go for it again next year by not only replenishing our canopy, but adding to it year over year. So please celebrate Arbor Day with us and enjoy some time out in the community.
Bobby, what time?
That'll be from 9 to 11, ma'am.
Next up, Student of the Month.
The town of Prescott Valley, in collaboration with the Optimist Club of Yavapai County and Bradshaw Mountain High School, are honoring 2 outstanding students for the month of April, although only one is here tonight, and that's okay. So we'd like to welcome Giselle Serrano. We are recognizing Giselle because of her school and community engagement. She's been nominated by school staff and instructors at Bradshaw Mountain High School. So congratulations, Giselle, and go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I prepared a speech for tonight. So I wanted to start off by thanking all of those who nominated me for this award. It truly means a lot. Starting this school year, I was told I was too spread thin. Some didn't believe I was capable of handling the million things that were in store for me this year. However, there was one person that didn't let that depict who I was in that moment, and that was Missy, my student council advisor. So I would like to thank her for believing in me and helping me grow into the potential she saw in me. Throughout my years of high school, I've played sports year-round. So I play volleyball, basketball, and I do track. On top of that, I was a member of student council. This meant starting class earlier than others and staying after school for practice, all while trying to stay involved within our school and our community. And just again, on top of that, I maintained a 4.0 GPA. So it was a lot. It was never easy, and there was days I felt thin. But I'm here today proving living on thin ice is possible. I hope I changed the way people describe someone being spread thin, because to me, that was the best thing I could have done, because that let me experience high school in the best way possible.
Our other student of the month is Rylan. I'm glad he's not here to hear this. What was it? Osbjornson. You heard it here first. So, Dr. Russell, come on up. Thank you.
Thank you. I am Jantina Russell, Assistant Principal, Branch Mountain High School. I am not Rylan Osbjornson, but he could not be here tonight because he is busy playing a baseball game. He did prepare a statement, so I will read that for us tonight. As a student athlete, I stand before you today with a lot of gratitude and pride. The journey of being a student athlete is not just about wins and losses on the field. It contains a multitude of lessons and experiences that shape us into the individuals we are today. First and foremost, I want to express my appreciation to our teachers and coaches whose unwavering dedication and guidance have been instrumental in our growth as students and athletes. Their belief in us, even in the face of adversity, has fueled our determination to strive for excellence. My time on campus has given me many unforgettable memories, and hopefully one day I could share them with my kids. When I first moved here at the start of sophomore year, I felt welcomed by many teachers and students who showed me around campus and how to become a successful student on campus. I want to thank anyone who has influenced my time here at Bradshaw Mountain High School and all the memories that are tied to it. Thank you. Our students are awesome.
That's all you need. That's all you need. All right, Mr. Whiting, come on up.
Good evening. Once again, we only have one of our students, and obviously in the spring, it's a very active time for sports, and that's where Raylan is this afternoon. So we're thinking of him. We've talked about him, and Dr. Russell said a few words, so we appreciate that. And obviously, we're here to recognize both students because of the things they do at school and hopefully in the community and at home. And those are important things, and that's why they're here. Faculty, staff, and other input is given to administration to determine who the students of the month are. And we go through each month with a student. And obviously, it's not, we don't have 20 or 50 months to go through all the young adults at Bradshaw Mountain in terms of students of the month, but we're really excited and glad to have the opportunity with the town council to recognize students from Bradshaw Mountain. But they've achieved things not only in academics, but as I'd mentioned, athletics, their personal involvement in school and in the community. So obviously they like to strive for success, and that's why they're here tonight. And I don't know if Giselle, do you have any parents here tonight? Do you have any friends here that are here to support you? Would they like to get up and say hi? You just get up and where you appreciate you're here and providing support. And we're going to, I guess the council will hear from the council as well, the school council. So on behalf of the Optimist Club of Yavapai County and Prescott Valley Council and Bradshaw Mountain High School, we sincerely congratulate you, Giselle, for being chosen the Student of the Month for this month in April. So I'm going to give you a certificate as a memento to this exciting council meeting, and I'll just show everybody as Optimist Club of Yavapai County certifies that Giselle Serrano has been named Student of the Month. So we hope you can hang this up in your room or somewhere if you're going to college. Do you have any plans going to college yet?
I'm going to Seattle University.
Seattle University. So you can take this with you. And we do have a little plaque that's the Optimist Creed, and there's 10 different things you can strive for as well in your success to become a optimist and a great human being as well. So once again, we'll ask April to present that to you. Congratulations.
Maybe Mrs. Yee should get in that picture too, since you mentioned her.
Next up, item 4B, neighborhood cleanup. Ms. Robinson, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mayor, members of council. I am very pleased to be able to present to you some changes in our annual neighborhood cleanup. As you know, we've done this cleanup on a regular basis, but this year we've actually made some changes to the program, so we wanted to ensure that residents were aware of those changes. Before you, you'll see a flyer that right now, of course, is displayed on our website and other places as well. The neighborhood cleanup will be on the 4th of May of this year. It's going to be from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. One of the things I do want to take a time to at least let this council know is that not only is this being put on, of course, by Neighborhood Services, but Neighborhood Services could not do this alone. We have coordinated with the Chamber, we've coordinated with the Lions Club, worked very closely with the Police Department and Public Works, just so we can figure out some ways in which we can better serve Prescott Valley residents. And so this year, the event is actually going to be at the Waste Management Transfer Station. That, for those that are listening online, that's at 2600 it's 2600 North Lake Valley Road. We are asking that residents, of course, try to assist us in making sure that we can better deal with the traffic and not go onto Highway 69. So if you could switch to the other slide. Before you, you will see kind of the slide is that it kind of lays out the traffic for that particular day. We are asking all residents to please enter from Glassford. That will assist us in being able to address any traffic issues that we may happen to have. And we have some contingency plans as well for any residents that may be coming to the event. All residents will receive a voucher in their water bill. And they're asked, of course, to present that voucher on the day of, so we can track what's going on and get the proper weight for any of the debris that people are getting rid of. So there are a couple of things, of course, the residents cannot bring. Please do not bring hazardous materials. Nothing that's flammable, things of that nature. But they, of course, can bring things like washers, dryers, refrigerators. If they have any type of other debris in their yard, it may be some type of wood or materials of that nature, absolutely those things are okay. But things like wet paint, batteries, anything of that nature, we're asking them not to bring to this event. We are hoping in the future to be able to coordinate for a hazardous material event, but that is not what this particular event is going to be for. There are some residents that will be able to participate as long as, of course, they receive water services from Prescott Valley, but it also includes Prescott Country Club as well as Castle Canyon Mesa. So if any of those residents have any concerns, if they have or want additional information regarding the event, they can certainly call the Neighborhood Services line, which is 928-759-6010. We've actually created a brand-new phone tree. So if they hit 3 on that phone tree, they will get a whole list of information regarding the event. And if they still, of course, need to speak with someone, if they simply hit 0, they can actually talk to one of our agents at the Neighborhood Services Department. Okay? Are there any questions?
I have one, Stephanie. Are we still doing teams that go out and pick up trash in town?
Absolutely. So we have coordinated with the Lions Club. So if there are any residents that happen to have a disability, we have a limited amount of slots. I believe there are 25 slots for any individuals that happen to have a disability and may need some assistance in getting rid of some of that debris. We've also coordinated with the Chamber. So they're going to also be doing their neighborhood cleanup at the same time. If individuals within the community would like to volunteer to assist in that event, if they go to the website, all the information regarding that is available as well. Any other questions?
Robinson?
All right, thank you.
Next up, item 5, call to the public. At this time, members of the public may comment on matters listed on the agenda or solely on matters within the jurisdiction of the town. Any persons wishing to address the council must register their name with the town clerk prior to the commencement of the meeting. The council's response is limited to responding to criticism, asking staff to review a matter commented upon, or asking that a matter be put on a future agenda. Such remarks shall be limited to 3 minutes unless additional time is granted by the mayor. Clerk?
Chris Russo.
Welcome, sir.
Mayor, council, staff. Yeah, my name is Chris Russo. I live in Prescott Valley now. I've been here a couple of years. I really like living here. It's been a pleasure. Clean streets and all that. And I appreciate the young lady talking about the need for people to have a place to go or have a place or have something, an outlet for drug abuse. As someone with 22 years clean, I know what it means to be addicted to drugs. And now I'm a productive member. I've taken my obsessions and I become a political activist. So I've putting it to a good use. So I want to just say that I've been to a few of these meetings, and I see the young man that comes. I think his name's Ray, right? Is that what you tell me, Ray? The guy that advocates for building in Prescott Valley and around the town. And I was kind of I thought it was kind of weird that when he does town halls or meetings with people advocating for building, that the overwhelming response from people that are at the meetings are negative, that they don't want a lot of building going on. And then I hear him, advocating for the building, and then I see the entire council, having a consent agenda that okays all the, most of the buildings, despite the people not wanting it. So that's a little concerning to me. But one other thing I'd like to see is when people come up here, they might complain. They might have a criticism of the council or procedures or policies. I'd like to see when you guys do your little stint, when you come up, when you call each other and you have a comment to say to the public, if some of the issues that are brought up by some of the public, if there could be a time where you address some of those concerns of the public and either say, we're looking at this or we're not looking at this, something, just let the public know that you're listening to them, that we just don't stand up here and just talk into the wind, that, people can, actually hear what the council and what the mayor and what you guys think towards what the public is saying, like an update. So that's my spiel. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Clerk?
Bill Williams.
Welcome, sir.
Hello, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, town leadership. When we survey members of this town, we're taking a representative sample of the whole. But what you hope to have in a survey is validity. So you use a random selection of people in town in order to get a couple of spoonfuls that represent the whole pot of chili. Two very important stats, the margin of error and the confidence level. They tell us how many people represent the entire town. You can have a margin of error of plus or minus 3 and still get a 95% level of confidence in your survey. This town has never surveyed the residents to find out what they think are the most important issues in town. I said never. I've heard there was one about 15 years ago, and assuming they did all things correct, maybe we gleaned something, maybe we didn't. The best possible thing this town could do is hire a professional surveying team and shoot for 2,000 participants, so that margin of error gets closer to 2%. And then you have a lot of confidence in the survey. I was part of that process when I was getting my master's degree, and I had to buy this book for $45. It's probably $90 now. This is the Bible of how to conduct a survey. And me and other grad students worked for senior tenured professors who knew they would publish our valid survey. This happens frequently across the country. One of the 3 major universities in Arizona will come and survey us for a price. That will make town leadership hands-off, create a random sample, and have validity. We hear that a town staffer is doing a flash survey, and I think our town manager has a survey right now about what we want on Glassford Hill. It's not random. It hasn't been marketed to only us, and it's not valid. Glassford Hill is an important subject, but he may be doing it wrong. I hear he is surveying other zip codes plus ours, and we have no confidence that 150 members of somebody's mountain bike club will answer our survey. And that's because they may want to tilt the results in the direction they want to achieve. I'm out of time, but I want to come back with more and different items about surveying next time without the mayor saying you've already covered it, because it will be all new information. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Can't wait. Clerk?
No one else, Mayor.
Thanks, ma'am. Moving on, council communication. Councilwoman Leyva, would you like to lead us off?
So one of my goals as a council member was to kind of encourage the integration between our communities. And I'm very happy to announce that as of today, we have 33 members for our Hispanic Business Association. And yeah, it is great. Our first mixer is going to be June 22nd at the warehouse. Everyone is invited and welcome. Some of our members, recent members, is Dignity Health, Buc-ee's Casino, Yavapai Casino, Maggie's Kitchen, who is a very new business in town. So we're trying to really support big businesses and small businesses. So just how great our town is as far as business friendly and to form a community, a business community. And so, yeah, very happy to announce that.
Councilwoman Hepperly.
This Saturday, well, this month is Child Abuse Prevention Month. And every year, in honor of that, Prescott Valley hosts the Prescott Valley Pinwheel Party right out here on the Civic Center. So this Saturday, 11 to 2, food trucks, face painting, mini ponies, balloon artists, and 38 vendors, all focused on supporting young families and kids. So definitely want to come check that out. Usually I am out there representing First Things First, but this Saturday is also the Earth Day event over at the Yavapai Apache Nation at the Veterans Memorial Park below Cliff Castle Casino from 10 to 2. So I will actually be over there with our Gigi the Water Dragon books and First Things First and a Storybook World. So it's that time of year where there's always something fun to do. So check it out.
Vice Mayor.
I was glad MapForce was here because they do awesome work. You can reach them at mapforce.org. The accidental overdose report for 2023 was just released, and the good news is that there were 2 fewer overdoses in 2023 than in 2022, but fentanyl is still the #1 substance found in the coroner's report. So we have to keep our foot on the gas, is I think what Nikki says. But along those lines, I'm happy to announce that Governor Hobbs signed our House member Kwong Win's Ashley Dunn Act. Ashley Dunn is a young person that was murdered by a fentanyl drug dealer. Her parents are Mitch and Josephine Dunn, and very active to combat the fentanyl crisis. So HB 2245, known as the Ashley Dunn Act, mandates more severe sentencing for involving at least 200 grams, which is about 2,000 pills, of the potent and lethal narcotic. For a first offense, the law sets a minimum sentencing of 5 years and a maximum of 15, with repeat offenders facing potential sentences of 10 to 20 years. We're still hoping for a homicide law, but we're going to take this one for now, and we're very excited and thank the governor and House Member Wynn for his work on that. I'm also very excited to announce that Stephanie Robinson received a conditional award of $200,000 to write an attainable housing report for Prescott Valley. And so that's very important to us. We're getting the money. It's a grant. It can't be used to build houses. It has to be used to develop an affordable housing plan. And so that's what we're going to do. If you remember, last May, we released an attainable housing report to council, and Gilbert has really done a great job in starting to implement the goals that were, the objectives that were part of the goals of that plan. And this is one of them, and hiring Stephanie was one of them. So I'm super excited that this $200,000 is coming to Prescott Valley so that we can start implementing the other items. And then number 8C on the agenda is the appointment of Robbie Houle to our Board of Adjustments, and so we're very excited about having a full Board of Adjustments again. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Seeing no one else, Mr. Davidson, manager's report.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, just that the monthly report for March is available on the website, both for all of you and members of the public. And it's a compilation of statistics and data from all of our different departments for all of March. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Moving on, item 8, consent agenda. All matters listed under consent agenda are considered routine by the town council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. Council, we've reviewed our packets. If there's no items to be removed, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve all items listed under consent agenda by electronic vote.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes unanimously, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, new business, intergovernmental agreement, HUSD Student Advisory Board. Mr. Barton, welcome, sir.
Mayor and Council, we're very excited for this opportunity to establish a student advisory committee. We've been working for the past several months with HUSD and Bradshaw Mountain High School to develop an intergovernmental agreement to utilize the student council at the high school as our student advisory committee. Many municipalities have some sort of a youth committee. We decided it wasn't the best strategy to develop our own committee when we have a student council that has been elected by their peers and has a pulse of what the youth want in our community. And so the purpose of this committee is to provide insight and suggestions on town services, programs, activities, and then as well, it provides them with an opportunity to civically engage and to learn the process of civic engagement. And it gives them skills that they can take with them for the rest of their lives, professionally and academically. And so they are here today, and we'd love for them to stand up and to be recognized.
Not all at once. Here we go.
And if they have any words to say, they're more than welcome.
I think, thank you.
Perfect. Great.
You can sit down, thank you. We've worked with them for the past several months, and the students are very capable. They're very intelligent. They've given us great insights and suggestions, and the faculty has just been wonderful. They've been very supportive and cooperative throughout the whole process. So again, we're very excited for this committee, and I'll turn the time back over to you, Mayor.
No, it's great. Oftentimes in town government or anything, adults think they know what's best for kids, when in fact kids know what's best for kids. So being able to hear from you guys directly on what you believe the direction of Fresca Valley should be and what are benefits for you guys, it's so important. And I just couldn't be more excited to hear what you guys have to say. Council, Vice Mayor.
So I just want to thank Mrs. Yee because I got to be in the classroom right next to you today, and you were kind enough to check on me a couple times. But just hearing the young woman Giselle today compliment you on being a great mentor and taking care of her. You do so much for these kids, and we can't thank you enough. And I also want to say, Gilbert, on the next agenda, we're going to have that professional services agreement for the town survey that we're going to do professionally. And maybe these guys can kind of work on that with us too as we develop it. So nothing better than that to get their opinions, right? Thank you guys all so very much.
Council, have anything else for Mr. Barton? Hang on. Councilwoman Leyva?
I'm so excited for you guys to have you and your input on the things that are happening in our town and what you think is best as far as decision goes. I think this is going to be a great thing to have your guys's not only input but your energy and and the things that you bring. I'm so excited for this. I have a couple teenagers of my own, and I love talking to them. They're amazing. So I love teenagers in general. And of course, they know it all. So thank you.
Councilwoman Schumacher.
I just had a quick question, and how many do you have on your council?
Oh, total, we have, hi, I'm Mrs.
Ma'am, you can come to the microphone.
We have currently, do you want me to? So I'm Mrs. Z, their advisor. Currently, we have 25, and then next year, we're looking probably closer to 30. So it is growing. But with the Prescott Valley, we have specifically 4 that from each grade level that work with Gilbert and Skylar.
Awesome. I remember meeting the whole group, and it was like the energy in the room was amazing. And I know they all have fresh ideas and see things differently than we do. As we grow older, sometimes we forget, and so it was amazing.
I think, and I appreciate that you all see the value in that because that's what they're really hungry for right now. I teach 194 students a day. 170 are freshmen, and then, or I guess more than that if I have more students in student council, so it varies. But that is their biggest thing is they want to be heard. They want to be connecting with adults, and we've lost that through just technology and everything. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity that Prescott Valley is allowing young people to have a voice. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much. I also know that as we get older, we learn to delegate, so good luck.
Thank you. Right. Thank you.
With that being said, I'll entertain a motion.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign an intergovernmental agreement with Humboldt Unified School District to have its elected student council at Bradshaw Mountain High School and the appointed advisors serve as an advisory committee to the town council by electronic vote.
And I'll second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes unanimously, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, 9B, Series 7 liquor license, Sanctuary Kitchen and Tap House. Ms. Greenwood, I just asked that you cover both 9B and 9C, and we'll vote separately on each item.
Correct. Robin Benincasa, agent, filed a new application for a Series 7 beer and wine bar and a Series 12 restaurant liquor license. On behalf of the Sanctuary Kitchen and Tap House located at 12625 East Village Creek Boulevard. The Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control permits applicants to have multiple stackable licenses at one location, including a Series 7 and a Series 12. A copy of the application was posted for 20 days on the front of the premise as required by Arizona law. No arguments in favor of or opposed to the issue of the license were received. It is recommended Town Council recommend approval of the applications to the Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control. And we do have the agent present this evening. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, ma'am. And this is also a public hearing, which is open right now. Is there anyone in the public that wishes to speak on this item? That being said, we'll close the public hearing. Council, we have any questions for the Series 7 liquor license with Ms. Greenwood?
I just want to welcome the owners, all retired San Diego firefighters, thank you. I'd like to welcome them to Prescott Valley and to the golf course. I'm very excited about the kitchen and the restaurant because it's within walking distance for me. And hoping you'll join the chamber and welcome to the community.
With that being said, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to recommend approval of the Series 7 liquor license application for the Sanctuary Kitchen and Tap House located at 12625 East Village Creek Boulevard to the Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control by electronic vote.
A second.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes unanimously, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, item 9C, Series 12 liquor license. Ms. Greenwood, is there anything you'd like to add? This is also a public hearing, which is open.
No, not at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone in the public wish to speak on this item? That being said, public hearing closed. Council, any additional questions or comments for Ms. Greenwood? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to recommend approval of the Series 12 liquor license application for the Sanctuary Kitchen and Tap House located at 12625 East Village Creek Boulevard to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control by electronic vote.
I second it.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes unanimously, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 10, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
That passes unanimously, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming out, everyone.